so we could start.
Yeah, and I'll try to think, upbeats like that,
Okay.
as opposed to downbeats. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's good. That's good. And I like thank you for projecting a little more. That actually helps me a lot too. I'll follow you. Yeah, same spot. Here we go. So I'm very positive about this concert. I feel really good about it. The singers are really well prepared, and the orchestra sounds great. And for me, the biggest challenge is for me to just sort of stay focused during all of this, because it's a long program, it's 2 nights in a row, and I don't primarily conduct as my career, I compose. It's a bit of a marathon, actually. And I get really into conducting too. Like I'm very physical. I always keep a backup baton under the podium, just in case in the middle of the concert, my baton goes flying out of my hand. I grab the second one, because it's happened. Oh, by the way, there was a request for me to explain a little bit about what this piece is about. This is from Dante's Inferno. And the opening that Duodeco sings, you can sit for a sec, go ahead, go and sit. The opening that Duodeco sings is actually the phrase, O humankind, born to fly, wherefore at a little wind dost thou fall. So that is the opening section. And then the section that's sort of more operatic, it's the very end of the Inferno when, he talks about coming out of the depths of hell, and he says, and thenceforth we re-emerge to re-behold the stars. La stella, right? That's the stars. And then we go into astronomy, right? Very clever, right? Composer brain working there. So anyway, let's go.
Open to World festivalio idėja nuo pat pradžios buvo nešti į Lietuvą kitokį turinį. Tokį, kokio niekas Lietuvoje neneša iš chorinio pasaulio. Tai reiškia ir turinys, muzika, kompozeriai, vokaliniai ansambliai, chorai, mes nuo 18 metų tą ir darom. Atvežam tai, ko Lietuvoje niekas nevežė. Tai yra pagrindinė vizija, idėja, kad būti atviriems pasauliui, kultūroms, kitokiai muzikai, visai kitokio interpretacijoms ir taip toliau. Tai tokia yra festo idėja. Kitaip tas festas tiesiog neegzistuotų, nes mes iš tikrųjų jį dėl to ir sukūrėme. Tai kinas buvo labai natūralus to mūsų tos vizijos ir filosofijos dalis.
Minutes, come back at 1:01. Is that good? All right, thank you all. Now that's the crazy thing. I was originally just making albums. And yes, they were albums with chorus and orchestra in them. But the intention was not actually to do them live ever. I was just making music. But people started wanting to perform them live. And so, things got performed more and more. And so now when I conduct these pieces, I'm often coming to grips with the fact that I wrote things that are very hard to perform live sometimes. And that's just because it was never intended to be performed live. I was just, you know, when you're in a recording studio, you can do whatever. But, you know, much credit goes to the performance here. Like, a lot of this music is very tricky to sing and play, and they're doing a great job. Can we take it from the letter E? Why is everyone laughing when I say? Just kidding, just kidding. All right, let's take it from letter E.
So I expect an amazing crowd. I hear that we're all sold out for both nights, which is incredible. And I hear this is one of the first times his music has been featured in the Baltic region. So to have that level of excitement, and it's his first time, I know the audience is gonna be hyped. I know they're gonna be pumped up from the jump. So it's my job to come in the second half and just take them to another level. So that's my job, and I plan on doing my job well.
Tai dar repeticijų metu gal nelabai turėjom žalio supratimo, žinojom, kad atvyksta solistas Jamal, bet nesam girdėję mes nei jo balso, nei dauguma bent jau, ne, turbūt nėra girdėję. Ir pirmojo koncerto metu, kai jau finally mes išgirdome Jamalo tą pilną, tyrą baritonišką balsą, dainuojant Baba Jetu, buvo kažkas, kas mane nukėlė atgal į tuos 2.16 ir 2.5 ir taip toliau. Ir tiek turbūt mano veide, tiek kitų choristų, kurie aplink mane stovi, tiek judesiuose galima pamatyti, kad dauguma yra žaidę tuos senuosius žaidimus, ne, ir matosi, kad beklausydami Jamalo solinių partijų mes kartu mintyse turbūt atsidurime ir tada, kada pirmą kartą įsijungiam savo tos kompiuterius, pirmą kartą įdėjom Civilization'o kompaktą ir pirmą kartą užsikūrėm tą žaidimą.
This last year, I got my first opera commission. And the reason I got the job is because the artistic director of Washington National Opera was in her kitchen one day making lunch, and she heard some music coming from her son's bedroom. And she thought, well, that's strange. He's listening to opera. He never listens to opera. So she goes to her son's room, knocks on the door, and says, what are you listening to? And his son said, oh, I'm actually playing a video game. It's Civilization 6. And the music that was playing from his speakers was my piece, Sogno di Volare, which was written to sound sort of like an opera chorus, actually. So she listened to it, and then she Googled me and listened to my other music. And then a few days later, I got an email from her saying, have you ever considered writing opera? Because I think you'd be good at it. Would you like to meet me? And we met, and we talked, and then that's how my entry into the opera world came about, through a video game theme that I wrote.
It's such a miracle that we did here. Yeah. It's a boys will be boys.
Yeah,
I know.
Boys gonna be boys.
Oh my God.
That's not gonna happen. These things that doesn't happen. And 5 years later.
Here we are.
And now I need a new dream.
Kitas dalykas, labai stengiate timo ranką, ypač perimuose tempų. Kaip matėte, aš jau buvau priėjus, bet po to nebespėjau paprašyti. Bet būkit poros, skaičiuokit ir viską patiem reikia pasidaryti. Taip jau yra. Sveiki atvykę į profesionalų gyvenimą.
Just finished night 2 here in Vilnius. It was such an amazing concert, sharing the music of Christopher X. I'm gonna miss the people of Lithuania so much. Excited to get back to America and get back to work, but my heart will still be here, and I look forward to coming back in the future.
I think what's brilliant about a concert like this is that it's breaking down the barriers of what is considered classical music and what's considered not classical music. Out of the entire program tonight, both halves and the encore, there were just 2 pieces of video game music, but they were mixed in with a bunch of concert music. And the people who wouldn't know, wouldn't be able to know the difference, I think. And I think that's what all of us who come from the video game world are just hoping for, to break down this categorization that we're always, being forced into. Not just in terms of commercial versus artistic or serious or versus fun, but also like cultures, languages, people. It's music of community and cooperation. And I think that's what really makes music magical, especially amongst all the art forms. It's everyone working together in sync and in harmony to make something magical. And we saw that this weekend. That's what we want. That's what we want.
Daugiau nieko nesako. Čia nespaudai, nespaudai. Jūs daug nieko nesakysit. Pasiliksit savo.
Laukiam.
Žinok, vakar uždėjo akordą ir kanklės pradėjo. Pradėjo verkt. Tai aš turėjau kauptis visą tą įžangą, kad aš padainuočiau.
Buvo gabus Svairo, tada draugai, kolegos, ir Alika.
So that's 5 and then 6. Yeah, like what I'm saying is that E-P-R.
They're finished.